In this video, we will explain the self-assessment phase of the mechanism for the review of the implementation of the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime, UNTOC. To learn about the UNTOC, or more generally about the review mechanism, please view part 1 of this series by clicking the link in the description of this video. For the purposes of the review mechanism, the content of the convention and protocols thereto have been organized into 4 cross-cutting thematic clusters, including 1. Criminalization and jurisdiction, 2. Prevention, technical assistance, protection measures, and other measures, 3. Law enforcement and the judicial system, and 4. International cooperation, mutual legal assistance, and confiscation. During the self-assessment phase, states parties to the Convention will complete self-assessment questionnaires to evaluate their implementation progress on each of the 4 thematic clusters. These will be treated one at a time during review periods which last 2 years for each cluster. Every state party self-assessment questionnaire will then undergo a review by 2 other states parties. The reviewing states will provide feedback on the self-assessment questionnaire and will work together with the state under review to prepare a list of observations and a summary identifying gaps, challenges, and best practices in the implementation of the Convention. To ensure that 2 states are always available to review a 3rd state, the states parties to the Convention have been divided into 3 groups by the drawing of lots. The groups will commence the review process in a staggered manner over the course of 3 consecutive years. For each of the 4 clusters, states parties are guided to appoint focal points, appoint government experts, launch consultations among reviewing and reviewed states, complete the relevant self-assessment questionnaire, collect written feedback on the results of the questionnaire from reviewing states, draft a list of observations and summaries by experts. States parties to the Convention recognise the important role played by non-governmental stakeholders in the implementation of the review mechanism. In fact, paragraph 23 of the Conference of the Parties Resolution 9.1 explicitly calls on states parties to prepare responses to the self-assessment questionnaire through broad consultations at the national level with all relevant stakeholders, including, where appropriate, the private sector, individuals and groups outside the public sector, non-governmental organizations, and academia. These stakeholders are encouraged to participate by engaging with the designated governmental authorities, taking into consideration the national context of the respective state party. To this end, UNODC invites non-governmental stakeholders to build coalitions and engage with all relevant stakeholders at the national, regional, and international levels, as this is a critical entry point to stay informed on initiatives, build frameworks of cooperation, and meaningfully engage in the UNTOC review mechanism. Participate in existing coalitions, including the Alliance of NGOs on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice, as well as those within its diversified network of members. Thoroughly study the Convention and the protocols thereto, as well as the procedures and rules, in order to better understand the functioning of the review mechanism. To facilitate this process, utilize the Stakeholder Engagement Toolkit and other resources provided by the link in the description of this video. And regularly follow the official websites of the review mechanism and the UNODC Civil Society Unit for updates and guidelines. The 62 countries in the first group of states have already begun the self-assessment process on the first thematic cluster, and the second group will begin as of 2022. For more information on the contents of the 4 thematic clusters or on how you can get involved in your country's review process, see the links to additional resources provided in the description of this video, visit our website, or contact us at unodc-se4u@un.org.